Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of the Health and Wellness Show. My name is Chabet Birir, and kama kawaida, this is where we inform you, we educate you, we empower you and inspire you to take full control of your health and live your best life. Now today, we are doing something different, but also it's part of wellness. And we are talking about taking care of pets or having pets for comfort and company. So while you have your pets for comfort and company, we want to talk about how you can take care of your pets. And with me on set, I have 3 people who are very familiar with that topic. Personally, I'm not a pet person, but I hope at the end of this, you will convince me to, acquire a pet or two. So we'll start from left. Introduce yourself, what you do, and if you have a pet, their names. The floor is yours. Karibuni sana to the show.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Yumpia Musyoka. I'm a vet surgeon by profession, and I work with noble veterinary surgeons.
Okay.
Yes.
Karibu sana. Do you have a pet?
Yes, I do have a pet. I have a cat called Tigran.
Tigran?
Yeah, Tigran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Karibu. Nerea.
Yes, so I'm Nerea Okanga. I do have a lovely, beautiful baby boy called Poppy. That's my home pet. And I also have a work pet.
Wow.
Actually, there are 2. One is called Skittles, and the other one is called Snowy.
Skittles and Snowy.
Yeah.
And the one at home is?
Poppy.
Poppy.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting names there. And last but not least, before we go to, okay, you'll introduce him or her. You said
it's a her.
It's a her. Introduce yourselves.
So yeah, my name is Mugo. This is Zena. We are from Green Garden Kennels, where she is there also with her sisters, brothers, and also another 30 dogs we have there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Interesting. I've never seen a dog this big, so I'm actually amazed and surprised and, scared at the same time. But I hope you'll convince me that she is not harmful. Or
she's actually very friendly. This is one of the dogs we go to compete with at the shows.
Okay.
And because of that now, so we have to socialize them quite a lot.
People.
With people, kids, judges, because especially judges, they come and they do many things, touching all over.
She actually looks friendly.
Yeah, she's extremely friendly. Actually, even kids hug her. She's very, very okay.
Okay. Wow.
But it's not the breed. The breed itself as a Caucasian, they are usually very protective.
Okay.
So we have to do a bit of work to make them this docile and what. And already, there's something I like telling people, like now we see we're in a setting like this. She's been here for 10 minutes. So now no one else can come here because now she's decided she's protecting us for now.
The territory is ours.
The territory is ours. So now no one can come in.
Okay. Sawa, karibuni sana to the show.
Thank
I want you to now tell us what inspired you to own pets, starting from Daktari right there.
My inspiration, actually I drew it from just the ordinary farm setup. Because I grew up in rural areas. Yeah, and there you growing up with everyone, goats,
cows, dogs,
everyone there. Yeah, and you see, there's that connection, especially when you are young. There's that sense of, owning something. And for me, it was dogs. Okay. Yeah, and we used to go hunting with them. I'll go look after cattle, and me and my dogs, I was sure I was secured, and they will keep me company the whole day. So
for safety and company.
Yeah.
Okay. Nerea, what inspired you to have Skittles and Poppy and
Snowy?
Okay.
For me, I grew up with pets all my life, mostly dogs. I'd actually never owned a cat before. So I think the love for animals was always there since I was a kid. But in terms of maybe owning a cat, I always thought I'd have a dog perhaps. And there's still time. I'll still own a dog.
You're still thinking about it?
Yeah, if I can accommodate it, then I'll definitely have it. But for cats specifically, It started when I saw an injured little kitten that I used to sort of see at some shop where I used to live in. So one day it got hit by a car, the bowel movements weren't really moving. So I said, let me take it, let me see what I can do, see if I can rescue it with love. And sure enough, after 2-3 days, it finally managed to pass to. And for me, that was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even take it to a vet. I'm sorry. You know, I just thought love would do it, and sure enough, it did.
Okay.
And when I stayed with the cat, because I'd never been with cats, you know, you always hear cats think they're your bosses. Cats are not, you know, they don't like to be lovable or anything like that. That's not true. And especially black cats, that's not true. So that first one actually was called Chewy. The very first one, the one that was hit by a car, was called Chewy. So that's the first cat that made me really realize that cats are friendly. You know, they say dogs lift up your spirits, but cats calm down your heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dogs lift up your spirit,
Yeah.
but cats
Calm down your heart. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know. All right. So how about you, Baba Zena?
Me, it started a while back. Actually, I was very young when I used to live in Djibouti, where I grew up. We had many stray dogs. And, you know, we were a bunch of boys. We used to go play football outside there. And we had our two stray dogs. And what used to happen, and it's interesting, like other kids from other areas would come also play football against us. So what would happen, of course, there would be some conflict. We are kids and whatever, we are very young. So we'd say, okay, we lost, but we have our dogs here. And we chase them away using our dogs. So from when we were still that young, we started teaching our dogs the word chase. And the dogs pick it up so quickly, and I was so amazed. I was like, hey, these dogs, hey, we've taught them how to chase those guys away when they beat us, because we used to be beaten many times. So that's kind of where it started. Like, I really loved animals. And I'd always ask my parents, can we have dogs? Can you have? And of course, you'd always be, no, they're too expensive. Yeah. There's medical bills, there's this, that. And I was always like, but these dogs are always here outside. You just take it from outside to the house. So I didn't understand when I was younger. And then now I grew up, and when I got my first dog, he's called Keanu, Bobel. Him, actually, it's my previous partner who really wanted a dog. And now I became my parent, because now I was older. No, dogs are expensive, we can, but she really insisted, and we got our first one. And at that point, we started visiting many dog kennels in Kenya. Okay. And I realized, people are doing very funny things here. Many breeders are doing very funny things. So what could I try and do here in Kenya myself, which probably I don't want to say show away, but something different from what people are doing. You don't always have to overdo something or abuse or whatever. Yes. The other way of doing. So that's why now when I got synced into it, so my mind from no, it's too expensive, came to, okay, let me start having dogs. So it was 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, and then now we became Green Garden Kennels, and now 30 dogs later, here we are.
So you have 30 dogs.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that part of being expensive and cumbersome. For me, as I'm not a pet person, but my kids do want pets. So every time they ask, the younger one wants a cat, the older one wants a dog, like, where will you keep that dog? How will we feed? I mean, feeding you guys is enough trouble.
Start with a
cat. How do you manage pets? I start with a cat.
Yeah.
I'll consider still thinking about it. So the Daktari, how do you handle caring for a pet? Medically, and then we'll come to at home and at work. Nerea has pets at work. How do you manage?
Okay, it's amazing. Let me start with acknowledging that my first pet dog was named Chewy.
Chewy. So the names are common.
Yeah.
Simba, Bosco, Chewy.
Yeah. Actually, caring for animals is very easy.
It's easy.
Very easy.
Convince me, please.
Yeah, because you just need to get everything right. And once you start on the right footing, then everything becomes quite easy. Okay. And now where you actually start with is the nutrition. Once you take care of the nutrition, the body is able to, put up its immunity. And now the other things is just medical interventions. You just make sure that the animal is treated against internal and external parasites,
Okay.
which are which pass on diseases now to the animal.
Okay.
And then the other is vaccinations. Once you take care of parasites, vaccinations, take care of nutrition, that is it. You'll actually just be going to visit a vet for routine things and probably just passing there to take a cup of coffee or something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So nutrition, vaccinations, and
Yeah.
medications whenever
You just
they're
do
ill.
preventive treatment
Yeah.
and nutrition,
Okay.
and you're good to go.
Is it of course it would be different. Cats don't take what dogs take.
Yeah.
So for cats, how should the nutrition be?
Cats are predominantly carnivorous, so the nutrition primarily constitutes of proteins, more proteins, actually more than 80% proteins. Yeah, for dogs, you know, the association with people, they've developed to be omnivorous, but with inclination also to be carnivorous. Yeah, primarily they were carnivorous.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have many people who give cats what they eat, milk, food at home. Is it right?
Ideally, that should not be the case.
It should not be the case.
Yeah.
It should just stick to what that particular animal is supposed to take.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So and even so for dogs. Yeah, giving table scraps and stuff like that is not right, because what is good for us as people, as human, is not necessarily good for the dogs.
For the dogs.
There are so many things that are toxic to dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. That are, you know, quite okay with us. Yeah.
So you should be careful what you feed your
Just
pets.
be careful. Yeah.
Nerea, how are you taking care of Skittles and Poppy and
Okay, well, right now,
your
okay,
pets?
unfortunately, where I stay, I can't really have any pets, which is really heartbreaking. And you know, when I would say that, because I mean, where I moved, I had to move within that time period.
Okay.
And the biggest thing for me was, can I have a pet? That's always my number one question. But unfortunately, I didn't have time to really have time to search for a place that I could have a pet. So honestly, that really broke my heart.
Sorry.
And you know, people who don't understand pets,
They won't.
it's very hard for them to understand that. Like, really, I was quite depressed for a while after I had to let my cat go to Shags, because right now he's currently in Shags, thriving. He's with some chickens there. He's very happy, as you know, a big piece of land he can run in. So he's happy, and that makes me happy.
Okay.
But when you have a pet, I also agree with Doc here. You cannot give your pets
Food that you
leftovers.
eat. Yeah.
That's why I said, like, I can't have a pet right now because I'm not able to, you know, accommodate a dog. Like, I really find it hard when I find big dogs even in apartments. It really bothers me, by the way. And sometimes, even if it's a friend, I'll tell them, I'm like, why would you have even a German Shepherd in an apartment? You know, maybe a Chihuahua, a smaller dog that, you know, that space is enough for. And you know, many people also don't believe in taking their dogs out for walks. Just small things, routine things are very important for animals. Once you discover what their routine is, it's very easy.
Okay.
But you need to be dedicated, and that dedication can only come from love. So you can't just have a dog equal to Kabosco.
Bosco.
You know, those are the ones they
Amekonda.
call. And there's also a dog that, you know, I take care of where I stay. Ni Kabosco, as they call them.
Yeah.
You know, these dogs that are a bit random, but again, just
Stray dogs.
stray dogs. Like,
yes.
I would leave leftovers, unfortunately, because also, you know, it's better the dog has those leftovers than has nothing. So I'd always leave leftovers just in some corners where I stay. And you know, dogs and cats, they're very good at knowing your essence and smelling your scent. So one day this dog just came, you know, bumping into me. I'm like, Allah, you know, where did this dog come from? But it's
Energy.
because, yeah, you can see
Yes.
it's wagging its tail. It's so happy to see you. So, you know, this is the one that has been eating the food I was leaving wherever. So we just developed a bond. But now I have to make sure I don't just leave food anywhere, because I don't want all the dogs where I am to come following me. So I always carry food specifically looking for that dog. I call her Sweetie, because I didn't know what else to call her.
Okay.
So I call her Sweetie. So I give her usually any leftovers I can get. I get either from a nyama place, I get it from work as well. So I unfortunately have to feed them that, because I can't walk around seeing her and knowing that she hasn't eaten and I can't give her anything. Like that really
so
bothers me.
So compassionate of you.
Yeah, that
wow.
really bothers me.
Yeah, and you've mentioned something about routine.
Yeah.
Having to now feed
Yeah.
Sweetie every
Yes.
now and then.
Yeah.
We'll talk about conditioning. Like if you give a dog this particular food today and it comes tomorrow, you give them a different food. Will it affect your pet? But let's listen from Kabiru. Mugo. How do you take care of Zena and the 29 other dogs that you keep? Because wow, that's quite some work.
Big family.
Yeah, it's a big family.
Initially, now as Doc said, to me it's easy right now because I've gotten into the routine, how to keep them. I already know where to get the food from, all that. It was so much harder when I started. I started with only one dog, my Bobel. I didn't know anything. Actually, that dog, it's very unfortunate the person who sold it to us didn't explain me many things. So we got the dog at 2 months and I started feeding like scraps and like leftovers. Not necessarily leftovers, but
yes,
things which probably the dog is not supposed to eat
take.
because the kapapi is there. You're like, sausage.
Yeah.
You just feel like doing. That dog was actually hospitalized for 3 days afterwards because I didn't know, and I was like, what happened? So the doctor was telling me it could be a couple of things. Let's root out what it could be. It could be power, it could be other. But after they did all the testing and it wasn't the bad things, they said, oh, it's the feeding. So what have you been feeding? So I said, yes, the dog, the breeder told me he was feeding probably mincemeat. Me, I'm giving it chicken. Sometimes I give it sausages, whatever. And I was like, no, you have to go back to what the dog was eating initially. So in the beginning, it was very hard to adjust to knowing what to feed them, how to feed them. And now it's actually so much simpler. Like I have all the suppliers for my guys. I know I'm going to be getting every other week like 150 kgs of chicken. Mostly it's chicken head, sometimes a bit of chicken feet and what. And then I also have another supplier for the porridge I give those guys. So it became a routine and much easier.
Okay. So once you get used to their routine and what they are, accustomed to, what they can handle, then it's easier to know what to feed them.
And then there's the other side also. Before I got to what I'm feeding them now, there was a lot of try and error. And some of my dogs, I realized like my first dog was allergic to beef. I never knew dogs could be allergic to a specific kind of meat. And I even later talked to a nutritionist and he told me, yes, if all the lineage of the dog has always been eating a specific type of meat, in time it can develop some sort of allergy. So we realized, okay, this dog is allergic to beef. Then we have another dog which is allergic to goat. Again, it's very surprising. So now we decide, okay, let's just, all of them will be eating chicken. And from time to time, we change up a bit. We give some maybe duck or lamb or something different,
Okay.
Just to switch it up so that they don't have always the same food.
The same food. That's very interesting. We're about to go on a break, but I'm loving this. You might convince me, but you'll tell me how much it costs because 30 dogs, chicken every day. I don't think, but maybe with time. So, Daktari, tell us with the different, of course, the food, the nutrition, and everything else. What are the do's and don'ts for there are people who don't take their pets for vaccinations, for example. There's also like the general care, clipping, washing. What are the do's and don'ts for pets?
Let's start with the preventive treatment. Like what you need to do to make sure that your animals are just set to go. Deworming. Deworming, just deworm using seek vet advice and do not just go and buy drugs from over the counter and come and do it. Like most people will think that dewormers for cows are equally good for dogs. You should not do that.
Okay.
Actually, some are toxic. I have on several times attended to dogs that will ultimately die because of toxicity that were given dewormers for cows. So now that is one for, for such. Then the other things are like vaccinations. You do not vaccinate dogs yourself because you do not know about the cold chain, the timings for vaccines. Yeah, so let that one be handled by the professional. Yeah, because it looks like it's like a cost-cutting measure. Yeah, and it's easy to do. It's a dog, so what? People will say it's a dog, I can inject it, so what? Yeah, but those are some of
always consult
the
a vet or a
always consult
professional.
a professional.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So Nerea, for you, have you had instances where your cats fall sick or,
Yeah, actually, it's funny you're from Noble because before I took my cat to Shags, actually boarded him at Noble in South Sea for quite a while, and I'll take him there for grooming. The vaccinations are very important. It's good to just get even the flea collar. It's there's that, I don't know which one it's called, the one that's put on the neck. It lasts for like almost a month or 2 months. Yeah. So just finding those small things that can sort of just give your pet comfort, I think is really important. It's good to consult, just like the way you go to the doctor for a health check. If you have animals that you love, you
just
need
like
to
having
make
a
sure.
baby,
Yes,
a child, taking care of a human being.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, I
think
can't
it's
believe
even
you said
more
it. Yes, thank God it came from you. It's like a
I'm
baby.
learning.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
just like a
expensive.
baby.
Yeah,
It's more expensive, right?
Oh, yeah.
How is it for you? Have you had instances of your dogs getting sick? And how often do you vaccinate?
So for vaccination, that's just once an year for the DHLP and rabies, the boosters. And when for puppies, they have a chain of what they are supposed to be given. Some starts at 4 weeks, then or 6 weeks, then 2 weeks later, another 2 weeks. So vaccination, that's for that. But now when it comes to my dogs getting sick, I've had so many.
Wow.
Either they get sick or they get injuries while playing. Like now the most recent, one of my big dog, like the brother to this one, was actually hospitalized for a month and a half. He was at Nobles because he was playing with the sister, her sister now again. And that one is they say is very strong and very playful. So she pushed him and then he hit his elbow and cracked it actually. So yeah, the injuries and getting sick, that is something I've seen over and over, but which is normal because even people who have only one dog, they still experience it. So now you can imagine, you multiply that by 30. So you'll always have a case to case, whether it's from a puppy, a bigger one, whether it's just a cold, a kennel cough, a tick fever, this.
Wow.
So it teaches us a lot actually on the measures you have to take, like Doc was saying, preventive, especially when it comes to tick, fleas and what. It's very important to make sure that you stay clean, like you clean your kennels with the proper and they call antiseptic for disinfectant,
okay.
Kill all kinds of parasites and what. Then you also deworm them, which is very important. You give them the spot-ons, the bravectors, the whatevers, just to make sure that they don't get now all those things. And this is something you just have to learn.
Mugo, my
Sorry.
director is telling me we are overrunning. So we'll take a break, a very short break, and then we'll come back and you'll tell us more about how to take care of your dogs. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you've just tuned in, this is the Health and Wellness Show. My name is Chabet Birir, and today we are talking about pets and how to take care of them as they are your source of comfort and company. And Nerea said, dogs lift up your spirit and cats calm down your heart.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So we are talking about how to take care of these pets as they take care of you, right? So we were talking about the health issues, the vaccinations, the costs of, an accident and whatnot. And I was asking Mugo of Air if there's insurance for pets And you say there's no insurance.
So there is actually, but the insurance only cover like for people who have fewer pets, like one pet and
Okay.
what. And they are quite expensive actually. Like just like a normal, actually it's more expensive for pets than for humans. It's like maybe around 50K, but for a dog it should be around 80 or even over, depending on which packages you go for. So for us now who do breeding and who have multiple dogs, it's quite difficult. You can imagine you multiply in that figure by 30 by 10, it becomes quite costly, and it doesn't also cover everything that we go through as the breeders. It doesn't cover the giving birth.
So what does it cover? Say for you, how many pets can you insure? You have 30. So you can only do 1 or 2 or...
So you'd have to take like insurances per pet.
Per pet.
That's the ones I've seen out there. But I believe there are some probably which I might not know about, which maybe would do like 2 or 3. But still, it's still a small number compared to if you have so many. So you'd have to take individual insurances.
Wow. So
Well,
it
I
is
actually
really
didn't know that.
expensive.
I didn't know you have
can't
to
do
insure
a
per
collective.
pet as a breeder.
Yeah, it's not as a breeder. There is no like insurance which takes like all the dogs
A
you
group
have.
of dogs.
Oh. Because now even on their side they'd be like,
And how much does it cost to insure one dog, for example?
The ones I've seen lately, I saw one for around 80,000 for one dog. And that's the one where I was like, okay, no, I might not be able to do all my dogs, probably like 1 or 2, but again, you never know which one is going to get sick or which one not. So it doesn't really make too much sense to make one. But probably the others which are out there or others which are coming up, which can be cheaper. But for us breeders, it's quite difficult.
Okay, let's now talk about training, socialization, hygiene, and grooming. Nerea, have you trained your cats? Mosquitoes.
Poppy is a Maine Coon, a smaller one, because mainly Maine Coons are meant to be really, they're actually sort of like the largest cats, domesticated cats.
Okay.
But I think the Savannah cat in Ampatia competition kidogo, but mine is not as big as the usual Maine Coon is supposed to be, but it's furry, all that. And depending on the type of cat you have, some are easier to train than others.
Okay.
It's just that I think that we've sort of stayed apart for quite a while. I haven't been able to continue whatever it was we're doing. But I think, you know, a cat just taking simple commands, like even coming, a cat to come to you.
It's hard. It's difficult.
Cats, yeah, that's where, you know, the whole cats are on their own pedestal comes from. But again, those small things matter. Like when you tell it to come, you tell it, you know, again, with routine, it knows when to eat. You tell it to lay down, it would do that. Tell it to jump up at you, it would do that.
But it's more difficult than a dog.
No, a cat is more difficult for sure.
Okay.
A cat is definitely more difficult to train than a dog, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Musyoka, what does it take? Nerea has said cats are on their own pedestal. What does it take to train a cat and a dog? What's the difference?
Actually, for animals, they respond much more better to commands. So you really have to be repetitive.
Authoritative?
No, not really authoritative, but repetitive, consistent, and persistent. Yeah, that's the language that they understand. And like she has said, it's harder for cats for some reason. I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, but for dogs, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I think dog will see people as their master, but it's the other way for cats. The cat is
the cat is your master.
Yeah.
You've reminded me when you talk about cats when we were growing up. My sister would have cats from time to time, and somehow they would, you know, die. You know, that's why I'm reserved when I think about owning pets, because I don't want to take a pet and then it dies in my hands.
Hey. So you have a heart for them.
So my sister, the cat would pee in our bed or poop or all those things. That's why I'm also, you know, I can't do this. But what does it take? Like, is there a point where a pet now knows this is where I should pee and poop, this is where I sleep, this is boundaries, you know?
Yes, there is.
There is.
There is, yeah. For like, let's say for cats, you know, naturally, they have that natural instinct. that they need to do their business somewhere. So now it's upon you to provide that environment
for the business.
For the business, yes. For dogs, you know, that instinct doesn't come out, you know, that naturally that easy, and you may have to train them, train them. And there are chemicals, they are called pheromones, chemical substances that now you can, as at the earliest time possible in their lives, that now you can start training them using.
The pheromones.
You just need to spray them maybe to a particular corner and take the dog there, the puppy, you know, the puppy there, and it gets attracted, and there's the way it signals and alerts it. Now this is the place that you need to do that business.
Okay.
You realize with dogs and, okay, let's say all animals, they use something called olfactory system, the sense of smelling. Actually, it's very well developed, and they use it a lot to communicate.
Okay.
So they will use it to know where to go to toilet. They will use it to follow the, you know, their group or their siblings. They will actually, that is what they majorly depend on.
Okay.
So for cats, provide the cat litter at the earliest time possible, and they understand.
They understand.
They understand.
But it takes time.
It takes time.
And commitment and consistency.
Consistency and
Okay.
that persistence. Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to be very patient with animals.
Something that I'm working on myself. Mugo, you have 30. How is it to train and groom all of them?
Well, and
But I can see Zena is well socialized. I mean,
we've done a lot of socialization when it comes to all our dogs, because for the purposes of breeding, for the purposes of shows, we've done a lot of socialization. And I'm very, I never knew there was anything like pheromones. Now I'm very happy to know there's something like that. Because how I teach my puppies how not to pee here and whatever is quite complicated actually. Not so like what I usually do, I feed the dog, then I bring the dog where I want it to do its peeing and pooping, and I stay with it. Okay. Until that moment, especially the first time, when it pees and poops at that spot, that's when now I'll be always specifically bring the dog back to that specific spot. It smells around, it smells, hey, I've peed there already. Let me go and do again. So that takes quite a lot of repetition and being there and staying there, waiting. And you know, many times, especially my dogs, they see I'm outside with them, they want to play. So they are not in their minds, it's not that we've gone out for a mission of doing whatever. No, they've gone, it's 3 a.m., they don't care. They're there to have fun. So yeah, I'm happy to know that there is something like pheromones which can help.
Yeah.
I never knew that's a new one.
So
they
you
may
can
make that natural substance, like let's say like in the dog's urine. Yeah, so they mimic it. So like when you spray, a dog will come and feel like someone did a signature here. So
Okay.
so I need to put mine there.
That's really interesting.
That's very interesting.
That one. Now I know for my next, because I already have 14 puppies right now, which they are just about to reach that stage of potty training, where I need to teach them, okay, you need to stop peeing and pooping inside the kennel. It is time to do it outside.
And you've partially answered my next question, which is how early should you train a pet? We'll start with Daktari and then Nerea.
Actually, for let's say for dogs.
For dogs, yes.
Yeah. There is no standardized curriculum like this because you see the breeds are many. If you ask him, he knows the breeds are many, and they also have different. They express their behavior differently. Yeah, but on average, starting from 4 months.
From 4 months.
4 months, the puppy is now starting to develop, cognitive function is now better. By the time it's getting to 6 months, it's now is able to actually listen and grasp most of the commands. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nerea?
Well, of course, I'm not an expert.
You're not an expert, but how soon did you start training your pets?
My pets, I think as soon as I got them, as I said, you see, like for me at first, because cat litter is expensive. It's really expensive. So I'd use sand. In my house, I'd get sand. Sometimes if I can't get cat litter, I get sand. But the minute I got whichever pet into my house, that's the first thing I did. I would put them there because, also cats, any animal that you get, they have anxiety, they have whatever it is.
The new environment change.
The new environment. So they might make a mess anywhere. So that's expectant.
Okay.
But I think if you're patient and you're in tune with your animal, and you can see how your pet is, you can sort of see how it is. And I always say, if you get a new animal, like, make sure you get a pet when you have some time to spend with it.
And
like,
money.
don't get a pet like
Time
on a
and
Monday.
money.
Yeah, when you're going to be at work the whole week. At least get it on the weekend when you can really just spend some close time with it. Let it smell everybody in the house. Let it feel close to you. Stay in bed with you if you must, or on the couch if you don't like pets on your bed. But just be around it so that you're also observing what it's doing. You can see when it wants to pee or poop. When that minute comes,
Body
that's when
language.
I transfer it to where it's supposed to do it. And for cats, I find it that they're quick learners. Like once it knows, and they're clean. That's why I said maybe start with a cat. It's not as needy. They're very loving, very surprisingly lovingly. And they also say like when they purr, it's something that can soothe. If a cat comes and sits on your chest and does that purring thing.
I know that sound.
Yeah, it's, it can release, it can release oxytocin, I think.
Wow,
Because it's just something that it's like a pleasure feeling. So it's that bond hormone that's being released when you're taking time with your animals. And even, when you're petting them, spending time with them, also your anxiety. If you're
down.
Somebody who has
like
anxiety.
Cuddling with a human being.
Yeah.
Is it?
Slightly better.
Better, yes. Yeah, it's
You
better.
can't be serious.
Let me tell you, only pet lovers understand it.
Because clearly I can't get it.
There's some things,
how is it
it's only
better than a
us
human?
pet lovers who can get. When I tell you I can love a pet more than I can love a man.
Human. A man.
Do you know I cannot date a man who wouldn't want a pet in his house? It's that serious.
Wow.
It's that serious.
Oh,
A pet can come in between my love life.
Yeah.
It's that serious. Like if you're allergic, unfortunately, or you don't like pets, I cannot be with you.
So you're gonna list here.
Yes. Pet
and
lover is number one.
Check. Wow.
We're
Very
in the same,
interesting.
we're in the
Love is
same
number
boat.
one.
If you don't like dogs, we won't be friends.
What? Let alone romantic partner.
No, we won't even be friends. You won't step in my house.
Yeah.
Let me start loving Brenda then because I'm not a pet person. Wow. Okay. So then how do you, give this, because you mentioned that some people live with pets in apartments, dogs, and it's not right.
Yeah.
If I want, like my daughters want a pet, we live in an apartment.
Yeah.
So is that possible?
Yes.
Can we get a dog and a cat really?
Yes,
and
you
what
can.
are the activities that, we need to engage these pets so that they can feel good or be themselves? Like you can't keep a pet in a room for a whole week and say you are loving on them or taking care of them, right?
Yeah.
So what do you need to do? What are the activities that you can engage these pets with?
Yeah, a pet, just like human, requires time to socialize, to exercise, and to express the normal behavior, like interacting with other pets or interacting with
Humans.
human, in terms of the play. Yeah, so really you need to get to an apartment, one, that authorizes keeping of pets, and then also look at your space, like we said. Yeah, it's part of the animal welfare requirement that you'll not keep a giant breed like this one in a small apartment. That one will fit the toy breeds, the likes of Jack Russells, the likes of Japanese Spitz, or Chihuahuas. Yeah, so now that is one. Then make sure at least the pet, on daily basis, get some time to go out and play, run around. Yeah, and that comes out quite easily if you have kids. You really don't have to worry about,
time
time
for playing with pets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get that right, then you're good to go. Also make sure that sometimes we have a lot of dog social events. Yeah, he will tell you that we are.
I can see some awards here.
Yeah,
You'll talk to us about them.
Yes. So socialize your pet with other animals, with other pets.
Okay.
Yeah. Also to avoid accidents. Sometimes it has never seen another dog. It has never seen, you know, what they do, and you can get into fights, see some serious injuries. Yeah. Yeah. So those are some of the things. That you can subject your pet to.
Nerea, what activities do you do with your cats?
With my cats, I mean, we'll play, and you know, it's so funny. Sometimes you may look for very expensive toys for your pets, and your pets will have no interest.
There are toys
in playing
for
with
cats?
toys. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you can literally get a box.
Of toys?
Yeah, no, just a box. An
empty box.
An empty
okay.
box. And that cat will enjoy itself going in, going out, you know, creeping, trying to catch you. Like, it's just finding simple. You don't have to have a lot of money to keep your pets engaged. You know, just take time to play with them. Even if it's a string, I put something at the end, a feather, and I move around with it, something that will just keep it engaged.
Okay.
If it's a car pen that has those ballpoint pens that, you know, you can put a marker somewhere on the wall, even simple things like that. But of course, if you can afford to get them some good toys, absolutely, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm 60% convinced. Mugo, what activities do you do with your cats, with your dogs? Sorry, I'm seeing certificates and medals here and a trophy. So what happens before you get all this?
So before this, there's the groundwork we do with them, which is a lot of socialization. I think Doc mentioned it. And the socialization comes in the sense of taking the dog to the shows. Those are a few of the shows we've had. Taking the dog to malls which are friendly for dogs, like Waterfront and what. So there's a lot of that. Then playing with the dogs. I like what you said. There's a time you said you don't like people with dogs in apartments. When we started, I was living in an apartment. I had a backyard, yes, with a bit of space, but not so much space.
Yeah.
But I was with 4 dogs, and actually 5. And among the 5, there was the mother to this one, plus 2 German Shepherd, plus a Golden Retriever and Bobel. And what I learned during that time is, it wasn't so much about the space we had, because we didn't have that much. We were in an apartment, we were 5 of us, plus the dog. Now, I learned that if you have the time, like the time to play with them, the time to go for many walks, you have a bit of space somewhere, like somewhere outside, a bit of space where you can wrestle with them, because dogs love wrestling. Okay. That's one of their favorite activities.
Yes, so it's about time and space. So, because of time, I want you to show us all this and how you acquired them with your dogs, and what activity you were doing to, you know, win that award. You can pick them up and lift them and explain to them, our viewers, how you won them.
So I like starting with this one. This was one of the first trophies we won, again with her when she was a puppy.
So all these are Zena's?
All, that's just her one.
Okay.
So this was a trophy she won at one of the Oktoberfest, actually, where she won best of the show. So it was really, we were really happy. We didn't know much about the dogs at that time. She was quite young, she was a puppy. And yeah, this was the first one. Now we have a few. From that point now, we started going to more shows. So we have this one. This is actually a championship certificate for her. And how you acquire this one is by going to the East African Kennel Club, and you win 3 times with your dog, with 3 different judges. So over the years, we won 3 times with her. Those are the badges that she's been winning over the years.
Okay.
Each time best of breed, best of breed. And now finally, after the third one, now that's when we got the championship certificate. So I'm quite proud of this one.
Wow. She's quite a champion.
Then this one was the most recent one at KSP, at the KSPCA dog show called the Shaggy Dog Show. Okay. It was actually last week.
Wow.
So she won
newest award winner in Wow.
So she won most shaggiest dog of the show.
She is shaggy for sure. So what does it take to win an award? Do you have, money? What comes with all this?
So it depends of the awards. For example, for the Shaggiest, we won quite a lot. We won some dog food, we won toys,
wow.
because they are also partnered with so many different brands. So each brand was bringing their toys and whatever. I made even a video on my channel. I had so many things. I was really happy. This was a great day. So this is mostly for this type of show, but for the more official show like the East African Kennel Club, we usually go for them to get this, which is the CC. It's called a challenge certificate. And
what
those
does that mean?
It's basically when your dog wins their category and they get first place, they get a CC, and then you need to get 3 of those CCs to now finally get a championship certificate.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, and each one of those CCs are certified by a specific judge. So every year they bring a new judge internationally so that they can judge your dog. So for this one, mostly they don't have, the only time you can win like a physical prize is if now you win best in the show. And to win best in the show is basically everyone else who has won, all the number ones, come and now compete together.
Wow.
We haven't won yet. We've been trying.
I'm seeing you winning because
We've
the
been
way you're
trying,
passionate and the way Zena is a champion. There's one I'm seeing there before we finish. Time is limited. No, the one on best of breed.
Yeah, this one is also...
So how did that come about?
So of her breed, so how the show usually goes, they all the Caucasian Shepherds are going to compete against each other. So all the females are going to compete against each other, then all the males, and then finally the first male and the first female are going to compete against each other, and then now one of them is going to take the best of breed.
Wow.
And that is how now then you get your CC.
Your challenge certificate.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very interesting to learn how far you can go with pets. Winning awards, guys, wow. I'm still 60% convinced, but your 40% will need another session for that. But because of time, thank you so much for coming. And unfortunately, time is up. So I'll just give you time, 1 minute each for your parting shots. Last word, starting with you, Daktari.
Yes. So at the Noble Vet Surgeons Clinics, which are currently 4 in Nairobi, we will get your veterinary issues sorted. So you do not have to worry about owning a pet, because now if in case of any problems, we are really going to sort them out. Yeah.
How expensive are you?
Expensive is relative.
Relative.
It's very relative. We are moderate. Actually, we will sort anyone.
Sawa. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nerea?
All right, so first thing is I encourage people to really adopt animals. Sorry, Bogo, not to say that they shouldn't come to you and buy from you.
No worries.
I know you will give them quality pups, but also there are many animals in the shelters that could really use that adoption because he's easily taken. And lastly, dogs are CEOs, but cats are senior consultants.
Well, dogs are CEOs, but cats are senior consultants. Very interesting. And finally, Mugo.
For me, actually, I always tell my clients, first, especially if you're a first-time dog owner, go visit KSPCA. They have so many dogs. Go get a puppy from them. It won't be as expensive as me because I'm selling purebreds. And there are so many there. And I've been working actually with KSPCA for a while. So first go see there. And if you're not satisfied, then come to Green Garden Kennels. Come with your dogs. I actually did a post in my social media telling people from December, come and visit us at Green Gardens. We are open. You can come and see the dogs. Come with the kids, by the way.
Okay.
Because kids, the kids are the ones. The kids are our future. So come with your kids, and you can just play with the dogs, and make a decision from that point.
Thank you so much. I know with the passion we can go on and on, but we have to end here. Thank you so much, Dr. Musyoka, Nerea, and Mugo for joining us on this very interesting topic about taking care of your pets. 60% convinced, but I can own a pet. But it's about individuals. It's a personal choice. So if you feel you can own a pet, go for it. If you can't, then still your choice, and we respect it. But the general, of course, rule is to not harm any pet, no matter what or whom or where you are with that pet. Right? It's important to take care of animals. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Health and Wellness Show, and my name is Chebet Birir. Have a lovely evening.